Hi everybody, and happy Friday to you. Coming up on 10:15 on this Friday evening. A lot to track here, a lot to watch with this potential tropical system. Just really hot weather going into our Saturday, and we've got a lot to talk about here, including some major changes. The first cool weather that we've had in a very long time. So let's track it all for you. If you're watching right now on YouTube and have not already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, please go ahead and do that. It's a great way for us to stay in touch and keep you up to date on another platform, another way, especially when it comes to severe weather. So new tonight, we have a new suite of computer models that just finished processing that I wanted to start off by showing you first, because this is a whole full suite that we have, the first full suite that we've had since this became an Invest. Earlier we had probably 3 or 4 runs of the models. Now we have a full suite, and they're in line. They're in line with what the European is showing. Somewhat the GFS, but you see there's a couple of those that move through the I-85 corridor. And as you know, a refresher here for you, if it's been a while since we've had tropical activity, but a track like this even would be okay. It wouldn't be the greatest, but a storm track going right over you is better than it being on the east side. So a track like this over us on I-85 would mean worse conditions for Columbia and Myrtle Beach. A track like this in Columbia would mean I-95, Savannah, Charleston, Hilton Head, up through Myrtle Beach would get rough hit. And anything like this would mean most of the worst of it would be out to sea. All right, so there you go. Watching this closely, there's a pretty good agreement there with I-95, and then another set of them kind of a little bit farther inland. Let's talk about tonight. You're getting your weekend started. What do you have planned this weekend? Let me know this is coming through loud and clear on the comment section, and let me know what you're doing. For us, we have double-header ball games tomorrow. Can you believe it? What in the world? Yeah, 2 games for my little one, 2 games for my older one, and the boss baby's just going to be along for the ride, I guess. Man, oh man. We're going to be drinking plenty of water tomorrow. So looking forward to that. There you go. 73 degrees in Spartanburg, 69 tomorrow morning in Asheville, hour by hour tomorrow. Almost a carbon copy of today. We have lots of sunshine, getting up into the low to mid-90s. 95, in fact, in Greenville. Asheville and surrounding areas, it's going to be a scorcher too. We'll get up to around 90 degrees, about a 20% chance of a spotty storm. And as we look at high temperatures tomorrow, we've got 97 in Greenville. Every bit as hot as today, if not as hotter than what we had today. Temperature trend moving forward. We got Sunday, 89 degrees. Monday, 81. 80 on Tuesday. So relief is on the way. I won't say fall-like, but certainly much cooler. And this is the time of the year that we start to get the cool nights. First 2 weeks of September are usually our first 50s for the overnight. Highs in the 70s typically occur this time of the year as well. So we're getting in that realm of possibility where some very refreshing air will be coming our way. Let me map out our rainfall expectations, because we'll get some spotty thunderstorms to come our way tomorrow. The coverage is very limited. It's not a lot. And then moving into Sunday, we've got mostly clear skies, but going into the afternoon, a better coverage of thunderstorms. Most of us will see a thunderstorm by Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and it looks like we're going to get some rounds of rain to begin on Monday. Monday will be the time frame we start getting things to kick off with additional rain. So all said, Sunday into Monday, about a ½ an inch to an inch, and then we're really cranking things up going into Monday night, Tuesday. So all said, about 2 inches. And this is before any kind of tropical connection gets our way. This is just from a cold front coming in, which is going to really improve our weather. We need a good soaking rain. My yard is crunchy. This will help. But it's also going to usher whatever this is, whether it be a tropical storm, a sloppy tropical storm, or a hurricane. The key to whether this is going to become a strong storm or a hurricane or a weaker storm is going to be the speed in which it moves. If it moves faster, it's going to be weaker. The wind shear is going to get to it. If it moves slower, it's going to have a better chance at more rapidly intensifying. So let's advance this model a little bit faster here. Here you are. It looks like it makes landfall sometime Tuesday night into Wednesday near the Big Bend region of Florida. Looks like quite a bit of rainfall for you folks traveling to Florida on Wednesday. That would be go time for you. But then Wednesday throughout the day, it's rocking and rolling up the coast. Hilton Head, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, kind of grazing our area to where we get breezy conditions, maybe some rain, but not looking at anything severe in this track. It would be some quick, heavy rain and some gusty winds for the Carolina coast. Let's look at the tropical wave right now. Here it sits, moving northwest at 7 miles per hour. It's got winds at 25 miles per hour. So it's getting better organized. New suite of computer models, a whole full suite. We've got them all in this one. It's showing it moving through areas like Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Hilton Head Island. According to this track, it'd be moving very quickly. So again, the faster it moves, the weaker it will be because it doesn't really have a chance to realize the atmosphere it's in. That's good. That's what we want it to do. We need it to move fast. The Canadian versus the GFS, 2 brand new computer model runs of this. GFS still wants to take it right up the I-85 corridor from Atlanta to Greenville. That would mean more rain for us, not necessarily more severe weather. It'd be more windy and rainy. But the tornado concerns would be mainly east. Canadian takes it right up the I-95 corridor. All right, let's see what this looks like on radar. So rain, and more rain. Here we go into the Gulf. Of course, Fort Myers does not want to see anything like this near them, around them, anything like that. This does look to be considerably weaker than that. But again, we need to watch this, okay? This storm is going to be a little oblivious to what it's around if it's moving fast. It's like driving in a car fast on the way to vacation. Your kids don't realize just how long the ride is if they're kind of sleeping or getting around. So this storm, if it doesn't realize what it's around, it's going to be okay. But if it slows down, kind of gets to feeling that warm ocean water, this thing will rapidly intensify. It could become a stronger hurricane, okay? That's my fear. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm just being honest with you here. I'm not seeing that in the models right now out of all of them, so that's certainly good news. But it's something I'll be watching next week. I have a feeling that maybe the models are not totally realizing the intense heat content of the Gulf right now. But that said, a hurricane moving through intense areas doesn't necessarily have to be a strong one, okay? It can still be a weak hurricane, a weak tropical storm, as long as it's moving fast. All right, so the track of this and that solution would have heavier rainfall for the Big Bend region, then scooping right up through the I-95 corridor with a good 2, 3, 4 inches rain, but we can handle that, okay? It's moving along, so it's not going to not have a chance to sit there and pile up some rain. But again, this area I've been watching since June 1st, my goodness, it's just like having a can of gasoline sitting right there. It's ripe. It's the probably the worst place in the tropics you could have a tropical storm go through here in the Caribbean. But now that it's pulling into the Gulf, certainly very ripe areas for development, and that's something we'll have to watch closely. So again, you see the European model. This is the wind speeds. There's Franklin moving up toward the north, thankfully not getting near us. It'll be a Cat 2. Here it is coming up through the Big Bend region, and finally it's starting to realize, okay, I'm in warm water. I should be intensifying, but before then it's already making land right there. Looks like it continues moving northeast bound to where it gets back out over open water and could strengthen even more as it's pulling away from the United States. So certainly a windy, rainy day. There it is, probably a hurricane there. Good news though, it's pulling away. Even all the hurricane winds at that point are out to sea. All right. So it's long gone by the holiday weekend, so that's good news for those of you that have plans for Labor Day weekend. So looking ahead, what I'm mapping out, what we'll be mapping out this weekend as I continue to track this here for you. Perella's in for Sydney tomorrow morning. She'll have the latest track, spaghetti models, all that good stuff beginning at 5 a.m. I'll have another update here for you tomorrow as well. Griffin will be on at 6 and 11 o'clock tomorrow. So we got you covered around the clock. Just don't sleep on it. Just kind of keep checking back in on this. Needs to be watched closely. You know, we all have friends in Florida, right? Right? So whether it's Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, we all need to pay attention to this, okay? Timing will be Tuesday and Wednesday for Florida, moving through Georgia into South Carolina, mainly on Wednesday. All right, so that's the way things are shaping up. Sneak peek at your 4-day. I've got an impact day for Monday due to how wet it's going to be from that cold front coming our way. So what can I help you with? What do you want to chat about on this Friday evening? We'll continue this conversation here for a few more minutes, and we'll watch it for you. Got family, got friends, really from the Panhandle all the way to Miami. So I'm dialed in on this. Can you give me a forecast for the town of Ocala for this storm? Right now, Ocala, you're looking at some wind and some rain. At this point, I can't give you exact because we just don't know. This thing could go toward the Panhandle and miss most of you, okay? But you certainly could get a wet day on Tuesday night, Wednesday, and gusts could get up to 30 or 40 miles per hour. Desiree, no need to fear. Of course, I missed the beginning of this. Long story short, it's going to be really hot tomorrow. Rain moves in late Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That means we're going to get cooler. Finally in the low 80s, maybe upper 70s. Finally a good soaking rain. We'll be watching that very closely for you, okay? But tropical system coming our way. Dear friends in Tallahassee watching it, we'll watch that closely. Orlando, will Orlando get hit? No, not necessarily. So we'll be watching that closely. Is there a chance it will travel further west and more of a tornado threat for the upstate? Patrick, the GFS tried to hint at that at its 12Z run this morning. Certainly a possibility, certainly something I'll be watching closely. But right now, the models are trending more toward the I-95 corridor, but we're watching it. North Myrtle Beach impacts for Labor Day weekend. Long gone, Jason. Absolutely long gone. You'll have no concerns there. Hopefully it won't be too bad because we are on the left side. All right, Linda. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be watching it. Thanks for your update here between you and Ed Piotrowski. We feel very informed. Ed is the man. You put me in the same sentence as Ed Piotrowski, that's a compliment. That means a lot. I don't like the GFS right now. It should correct soon. Chris, absolutely. Hello to you and happy Friday. Joel, you dodging my calls? Joel, no way. What you trying to say? Not sure what that means, but okay. Family in Monticello and Orlando. We'll be watching it for you. I want relief ASAP. Me too. I'm ready for some cooler weather. We know you have us covered at TV4. Patrick, absolutely. Your friends 4. We are. Thank you for everything you do, Mr. Justice. Angela, thank you so much for saying that. All right. How much rain do you think we will get in Holden Beach, North Carolina? Cynthia, good question. Holden Beach right now, solid 5 inches according to the European model. You'll be right there in the path of it. It looks like that will be moving quickly, so at least it's not going to sit there over a while. So we'll watch it closely for you. Hoping Lake Hartwell gets a little bit of water. It's too low. Judy, we could use a good soaking. This is the time of year where they start to lower the water, unfortunately. Seems to be around Clemson time. We start to see that usually every year. It's also our driest time of the year going into September. Zachary, I missed the early part of the video. What's the impact the cold front will have on us early next week and the possible tropical storm? Any chance it comes more north? Zachary, yeah, some of the models are showing it may inch a little further west and north, which means we get on some more wind and rain. But it would still keep us on the safer side of it. The east side of the track would be more Columbia, Myrtle Beach in that scenario. But a lot of the models keep it on the I-95 corridor and away from us. The cold front's going to give us rain regardless before that thing even gets here. We'll get 1 to 2 inches of rain Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday, and that's going to cool us down big time. So we'll be watching it closely. Could the cold front slow it down any? Patrick, it's possible. More than likely, though, it would do the opposite. It would accelerate it because the cold front's coming through, and that accelerates winds. So I would expect it to accelerate it unless that front just stalls out, blocks it somehow, which it's not a strong front, so I wouldn't expect that either. Donna, my mother appreciates you coming to YouTube. She doesn't like Facebook. Donna, that means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. That means a lot. Here in Sanford, what's going on? We're watching for this potential hurricane or tropical storm coming toward the north next week. Right now, the models are showing a strong tropical storm or maybe a low-end Cat 1. Right now, we have, limited information, but we're getting more in as we get closer. It's coming quickly, though. It'd be here early next week. What tips do you have for being a meteorologist? I'm a 12-year-old weather nut. Well, thank you for watching, and if you're 12 years old and already love weather, you're a little mini-me, okay? I would just say keep going after your goal, whatever that might be, and if it's meteorology, study it. Learn as much as you possibly can. The internet is a thing that wasn't a thing when I was around, but you can really educate yourself a lot, and just keep studying, keep pursuing it, okay? Know what your goal is, and set your sights on it, okay? You better not be leaving WYFF4 anytime soon. Chris, why would I leave WY? No, I'm here for the long haul. You guys are gonna have to deal with me, Charlie Gertz and John Cesarett style, okay? Is it possible that it could strengthen more? It is possible, absolutely. The water is extremely warm there. Hello, I have a weather team based in and around Dothan, Alabama, named the Weather Twins. We are watching the storm closely as the day goes by. Well, thank you very much for watching right now. And, of course, you guys will be dialed in. Of course, if that tracks more west, you could be impacted. Certainly so. Chris says, be good at math. Absolutely. Those math classes are no joke. TV highlights, is Greenville getting impacted? Greenville could. Right now, my forecast calls for partly cloudy skies and windy conditions on Wednesday. That looks to be our main impact right now, but it depends on the track. Vic, please help me. I want to get my degree. Go after it, Vic. Absolutely. I love the weather. You can do a lot online these days. Mississippi State has a great program. Look into it. Will it impact the upstate? It's possible. We'll be watching it closely. Chris Sherbert says, I love my weather team. The weather guys, we're dialed in. I know you are. Absolutely. Could Shelby, North Carolina be impacted? Alexis, certainly. Right now you look to be on the windy, more dry side, but that could change. We'll be watching that closely. How is it for the beach next week? Right now, the beach looks to get a good solid 24 hours of rain. Depending on where you're at, you could get 3 to 5 inches of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday, but then it's gone. So it's a fast mover. I would not cancel plans if it were me. I'd stay dialed in to know whether or not you should adjust plans. But right now, if I had a beach week, I would not be canceling it, not just because I'm a meteorologist, but, this is a fast mover. It's looking to move so fast that it doesn't have as much of a chance to strengthen, but it's something we'll be dialed into and watch. All right, folks, coming up on 30 minutes till our broadcast on WYFF News 4. I hope you'll tune in. We'll have a lot more on this potential tropical system. And, of course, I'll have another update here for you on all the platforms tomorrow on what this thing's doing and how the models are trending, because tomorrow's T-minus 4 days away. This thing's coming in one way or the other, and we'll keep our eyes on it for you. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and we'll talk to you.